Like she said, she's a spaz, but she's great. and, and waiting patiently, and I know this person is not a spaz. Let's welcome the one and only Mr. Keaton Simons. How you doing, Keaton?
I'm great. How you doing? You know I'm on my way to Roanoke, Virginia, right?
No, you're not. Stop it.
I swear to God, dude. That's where. I mean, that's not my final destination, but that's where we're staying tonight, en route to our next destination.
Oh, that's too funny.
How funny is that?
Aren't you playing there? Was it Sunday night in Virginia?
Yeah, we're playing Sunday night in at Jam and Java, right? And yep, Jam and Java, Vienna, Virginia, right outside of DC. One of my favorite places to play, man. I love that room. Love everybody there, and it's getting close to being sold out. So grab tickets. The Philly show just sold out.
Dude, I went on there this morning to get all the information for the show tonight, and me and my wife were talking. I'm like, yeah, we're going to go. And then I looked, there was one ticket left. I'm like, oh, fuck.
All right, well, I might have to try to pull some strings for you, man, because I want you there.
Yeah, I mean, I
want you guys there.
I got a babysitter and all.
All right, let me see what I can do.
Okay, work your magic.
I'm going to work some magic. I know a guy.
You know a guy. The funny thing is, when I was looking at it this morning, I'm looking on Google. I'm like, where exactly it is? So I'm looking on Google Maps. I'm like, oh, snap. It's like 2 doors away from the old Nick's Roast Beef where my band used to play up on the second floor of Nick's Roast Beef. So I'm like, all right, I know. All right, cool.
Second floor Nick's Roast Beef.
It used to be,
yeah, it used to be a great spot, man. I've played there a bunch. It's such a cool room. Really intimate. It's like, well, let's change that. I know a guy.
Absolutely. All right, cool. Very cool.
How you been?
I've been good, man. How about yourself? You been good?
I'm fantastic. Absolutely. I'm out on the road right now, having a blast. About to meet up with the buddies and do a whole run down the East Coast, starting with Tin Angel, and no better way to start out a tour than with a sold out show. So
nice. Absolutely. Yeah, now, how is this? Like, is it all three used on stage at once? Is it separate sets or?
I believe we'll be doing separate sets, but we are all very, very close friends and do a lot of jamming together and stuff like that. So I don't know how it's going to evolve, but, I mean, man, we've done, like, Tony Luca and I have done a bunch of co-headlining stuff. We've done stuff where I'm playing guitar with him. We've done stuff where it's like, we're on tour together doing separate sets. We've done all of the above together. So I think, we'll make it kind of a mixed bag, but definitely want to have it organized so everybody has their own time and their own set. But we'll definitely be contributing to each other's musical experiences.
Oh, cool. So, I mean, that's got to be – because I know you and that guy Tony Luca are real tight, so it's got to be cool being out on tour with him.
Oh, man, it's so much fun. Touring with Tony Luca is one of my favorite things in the world. And Matt Duke, I mean, the guy is just brilliant. And Todd Carey, brilliant. I mean, it's going to be a great tour. And it's all leading up to this Off the Record Festival in Charleston, South Carolina this year. So it's going to be really fun.
That's awesome. Now, you also did something kind of different for this. Like, you put out a CD just for this tour that you're only selling on tour.
Yes, and I like to do that. I like to come up with exclusive CDs and exclusive merch stuff. It's special. It's something special, and it's a real keepsake. In this day and age of so much digital music and downloading MP3s and MP4s and stuff like that, it's really nice to have something special. If you want somebody to buy a CD, like, put a little extra effort into it. We went and hand stamped all the CDs and numbered them all and everything, and it's and it's great. It's a combination of a bunch of my music that has thus far been unreleased, some like B-sides from old stuff, some new stuff that just hasn't gotten out there yet. It's a really cool, eclectic collection of my stuff. So I'm stoked about it.
That's pretty wild. Now, will you, like, after the tour is all said and done and all, would you make it available at any point, like, online or on your website or anything?
Well, I don't want it to be too, I don't want to exclude people or anything, but yeah, I mean, just this run for these CDs that are hand stamped and hand like numbered and all that kind of stuff. That's a limited run of those. But the music I will definitely make available to everybody just as soon as I can.
Very, very good.
And I'm also working on a whole new record too, so that's what I'm most excited about.
Oh, cool. And are you have recorded any of it yet, or just once you get done the tour, you're going to start doing recordings?
I've actually started recording a lot of it, and I have my portable recording studio rig with me on this tour, and I've really been making the time to get recording on tracks, do some editing, come up with ideas. Just spent a couple of days in Nashville and did some great writing with Jordan Lawhead and Tony Luca and Katie O and some really awesome people. So got the ball rolling, man. And I'm loving the energy of kind of creating on the road, and I'm hoping that by the end of this tour, I'll have something to put out.
Now how about that? Like you said, you're liking the energy creating on tour.
Yeah.
But when you're normally creating and writing, are you just like locked away in a home studio or in your house or somewhere in a rehearsal spot?
It depends. I've done it so many different ways. I mean, the first record, they say you spend your whole life writing your first record and then a year writing the second record. But which of course is true. But for me, I've been writing songs for a long time, and all of my records tend to have some songs that are brand new and some that are quite old that I wrote a long time ago and maybe just didn't make it on the last record, or I wrote them at between records or something. But I've done it where I've just had dedicated time to write and record, gone into big studios and recorded. I've done a lot of stuff myself, just kind of like locked away in my own studio. I've done a lot of writing on the road in the past, but I've never before had the capability to record with the quality that I can with this new rig. So I'm super excited. It's becoming a whole different thing, and it's allowing me to take advantage of the energy of writing on tour, which I really enjoy and have done in the past.
Cool.
Yeah.
And just like you said, it's a whole new energy, so it's something kind of makes it even more exciting for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's very exciting. And I actually started a whole project. The drummer from Better Than Ezra and Richard Thompson, and the list goes on and on. His name's Michael Jerome, incredibly talented. And he and I went and just spent a couple of days at a beautiful recording studio in Santa Monica called 4th Street Recording. Created a whole bunch of stuff just from an improvisational standpoint, and I've been working to edit and enhance this a couple of things that we did there, and so that's been giving me plenty of fodder for creative experimentation, and I'm hoping to kind of have that be a part of what merges into this next record. So I am really approaching it from a new place, and it's definitely keeping things exciting and interesting.
Now, something that is very interesting to me, and you did this recently, is you did a staging concert.
Yes, love that.
Was
you
that the
know
first
more
time
about
you did
it?
that? Yeah.
No, I've done many staging concerts actually. I've been doing them since they first started, and such a great company, such a great idea. They continue to grow and build and develop, and more people are doing these things. They're really wonderful. I try to do them on a regular basis because it gives me an opportunity to play a show and connect with fans from all over the world. And I sometimes I'll do them at different times of day to appeal to some of the overseas fans and their time schedule, and it's a great opportunity and get to kind of bring people into my world a little bit. The last one I did was at the Airbnb that Laura, my girlfriend, and I were staying at in Boulder, and it was so much fun. It's like, here's just a moment, a night in in our life on the road here.
Wow.
We do it. I did one from bed. It's like it's such a great way to just bring people in, because some of my favorite moments musically are honestly when I'm just sitting on the couch and playing around and kind of re-examining an old song, maybe trying to take it to a new place and that kind of thing. And it's there's something kind of voyeuristic about it, but it's also very connected. I don't know. I really dig it. I think it's super cool.
Yeah, when I first found out about this whole stage thing, I guess it was probably a year and a half ago, I thought, this is a great idea. And then I was just going to say that to you, could you just be like sitting in your house and do
Yeah.
it like in your kitchen and just say, all right, I'm going to do this, and
Yes, absolutely.
That's
You know,
awesome.
and man, I've got the most supportive I've got the best fans in the world. They're just like such incredible people, and I love getting to know them and getting to know everyone's story. And there's so many people who make it out for all the staged shows, and you know, some of them are not at a convenient time for where they are. I mean, I've got some fans in Australia who are like, oh, I'm waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning to catch Keaton Stage show, and I'm like, you know, beside myself with gratitude for that. And it's, you know, it's just another opportunity to really bring people in and connect.
Yeah, I mean that's such an awesome idea. I love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Me too. It's super cool.
Yeah, and you said you do that regularly?
I do it. I, you know, try to do them fairly regularly because we get real into it, man. It's fun. Like, there are some moments on those staged shows that you can't get under any other circumstance. That's another thing for me. You know, I love to embrace things for what they are, and, you know, no matter what, if you really put your heart into something, you're going to find something in there that you can't find anywhere else, and that's the special thing, you know.
And a huge thing too. I mean, just like you said, like you have people from Australia and stuff like that all around the world, like that. You don't have like the chance every day to go overseas to these countries, and now you can reach them that way.
Exactly. That's the thing. I've been dying to go to Australia forever, and I've never done any touring over there. And it breaks my heart a little bit that I've got fans over there, and I haven't been able to visit them and to actually perform in the same room and share that physical space. But but this is definitely a great alternative for that, and you know, the kind of thing that didn't even exist just a few years ago.
Can you see this as almost like a future of music, possibly?
I think it's one of the futures of music. I think that there's just like I was saying before, I think you find, if you give yourself something and you really kind of give over to it, you find that unique thing in it that you can't get anywhere else. And that's going to be true of anything. You know, I don't think live music's really ever going to go out of style. And I'm a big futurist and a technophile, but I really think that there's something about that experience that really can't be simulated. But then there's also something about the experience of the simulation that can't be achieved in real space. You know, everything's got its place. And I think that as it enhances and as it develops and turns into something cooler and cooler, it's just going to become a better version of what it is. I don't think it's trying to take anything's place. It's just trying to become a better version of itself.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now something else I saw that you're doing, and I was wondering about this, house concerts. Does that mean like you put yourself out there to play like at people's houses?
Yes. That is exactly what it means, my friend. Yes, it does. And it doesn't have to be at a person's house. In fact, I did a quote-unquote house concert in Nashville the other day that was at a venue and restaurant called South. It's a great place. And the guy who booked it was like, he runs the place. He said, this is my place. This is my house. This is the house concert for me. But living rooms, wherever. It's for me, it's all about finding new ways to connect with people and to really embrace that intimate experience, especially when I'm traveling solo acoustic, because there's something that happens when you just break down all of the barriers. You don't even, I do it unamplified as often as possible.
Right. No
microphone, no amplifiers, no speakers, no monitors, just me and my guitar, the way it is naturally. And man, we've achieved some amazing experiences doing it that way, and it's fulfilling in such a cool way. And again, it's not about replacing the traditional venue concert with that. It's just about finding another new way, something else that's cool that has something to offer that you can't get it another way.
Now, have you like been booked for like a house concert and shown up to any like weird situations, like you're playing?
I knew you were gonna ask me that.
like are you playing like in a person's basement to like them and like their grandparents or something?
Dude, there's always gonna be some interesting experiences. I've been fortunate to have only positive experiences, but it's amazing entering someone else's world and someone else's life. I've done it a lot over the course of my life, even before I did house concerts. You know, we touring musicians do a lot of crashing at people's pads and get, there's something that happens when you're bringing so much of yourself, and you're kind of, we as artists on stage are really, we're opening ourselves up, and so a lot of the kind of, initial chit chat is you can push all that out of the way and get all the bullshit aside and just really get to the heart of the matter. So I've been fortunate to be able to really kind of get to the heart and core of a place and really get to know the people there in just short periods of time. So to me, it's not weird. It's just different. And but yeah, man, it's always fascinating and always interesting. And there's always something.
I was just like, oh my God, I would be so freaked out. Like when my band was playing, like we used to play like house parties in Philly and stuff like that, and they would have like 3-4 bands, and we'd be in a basement playing and all. But I'm thinking, like, here's this guy driving around the country, could be just him and his guitar, and he's just showing up to people's houses that he don't know. I would be freaked the hell out.
Well, a lot of them honestly are people that I do know, because I have been driving around, and whether it be in a car or a bus or an airplane or whatever it is, a van or a Sprinter, driving around and playing music for people for a long time now. And so a lot of people, even though there are some new people who book house concerts, a lot of them are people who I've known have been coming to see me play for years, And but it's great, man. I mean, it's such a cool thing. It's such a special thing to get to be in someone else's space and be a part of their life for a little while. And everybody gets it. Nobody's there just like, oh, I'm going to sit on the couch and pick my ear while it's like, they make a thing, and they make it into a thing, and a lot of people will invite guests, and again, we've achieved some magical experiences that the kind of things that you can't get any other way.
Now, I want you to promise me, if by any crazy weird chance you do get some crazy experience, please call me and tell me. I want to know.
I'll tell you all about it. I'll tell you all about it. You'll be the first person I call.
and you can call and you can curse me out and say, look, you jinxed me.
No. It's not even about that. It's all about just like opening myself up to new experiences and, I love that stuff. But yeah, man, of course, we'll share. Sure, I'll share.
Now, here's something else too. Speaking of crazy, you did some work with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, yes, I did.
How was that?
He did. It was incredible. I love Snoop, man. He's the man. He's an amazing person. Just a force, a figure, And this was a while ago. I mean, we did. I played the Tonight Show with him in I think 2001. So not quite a while ago now. But I mean, yeah, just incredible. I've always been a fan of hip hop, and that's a big part of my start, my professional start in music. Before I even put my own solo project together, I was playing a lot of hip hop and funk and R&B and in a lot of different bands.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, how about that? Would you venture off your path of your solo style of music now and like do something out of your ordinary?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. In fact, I do that as often as I can, really. And that's definitely where my head has been at lately. I love changing it up and tossing it up. I have a really, really cool duo project with one of the most brilliant musicians on earth, DeAnthony Parks. He plays drums and keys simultaneously. I play an assortment of different guitars and sing. And it's a whole new world. It's a lot of improvisation, a lot of instrumental stuff, the kind of thing that you just get a room full of people to like dance and zone out to. It's really cool and very different. And if I wouldn't be fulfilled fully if I didn't allow myself the opportunity to really go out there and do new stuff.
That's awesome. Now, here's somebody that I was just thinking. I haven't talked to this dude in a while. We had him on the show. Wow, it's probably been almost 2 years ago. But I still from time to time I'll go on his YouTube page and I'll just watch him jam out. It's just him and an acoustic, and he does like
cool.
a lot of old cool covers and stuff like that. But remember Cousin Oliver from the Brady Bunch?
Yes, yes I do.
Do you know him by chance, Robbie Wrist?
I don't know him personally, but I know Chris Knight, Peter Brady from the Brady Bunch.
Okay.
I've known Chris since I was a kid. He was he's a friend. I know him through my family, but yeah, that's my connection to the Brady Bunch is through Chris Knight. But no, I don't know him. I'm gonna check him out now, man.
Dude,
doing
seriously.
Crazy jamming on YouTube. I probably should know him. I have to take the blame for being unaware, but I will definitely check him out.
Somebody on one of the music sites I go on, they had posted his YouTube page on there, and they were saying how great it was. I sat on there. I was like nonstop, like for weeks. He had like hundreds of videos of just him sitting in front of a laptop or a computer, just jamming. Classic, like goofy, off the wall, 70
That's
covers.
Great.
Or he'll sit there and like he'll get drunk, and then he'll make like themes up and like a theme of like say rain, and then he'll do like all these songs about rain, and it's a
oh my god, I love this. I want to do.
Oh, it's great.
You're giving me ideas now. I'm gonna steal this stuff.
It's great. I'm telling you, you got to hook up with him. You would have a blast.
Oh, that'd be so much fun. Yeah, let's connect those dots, man. That'd be so much fun.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll find them. I'll dig them up again.
Sweet.
Now, something else. You mentioned the family, which I guess this was last year. This happened where your mom and Eric did the whole celebrity wife swap thing.
Yes, that's right. The whole celeb wife swap thing, and I was on it, and my sister and Laura, and we all spent a couple of days doing this celebrity wife swap thing.
How crazy was that?
It was crazy, man. I mean, listen, I grew up in an entertainment industry family, so it can get pretty crazy before it feels crazy for me. You know, I'm used to crazy, and I'm used to cameras and all that kind of stuff. It was honestly, the whole thing was really great. The whole experience was wonderful. Everybody that was involved was just wonderful, and everyone ended up just being great friends, and that's it. Another fun experience in Hollywood.
Every time I see like when they were promoing all each week the different couples that were doing it, when I saw it was Eric and your mom, I was like, oh no.
You're like, oh boy, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, talk about inviting people into your living room.
Yeah, right? I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd be freaked out.
Hey, it's only fair that I go to people's living rooms. You know what I mean?
Sure. You can do a house concert for, what was it, Robin Leach you guys switched off with?
Right, exactly. They're doing Robin.
Oh, that's funny. So, all right, so you're doing the tour now. It's a month-long tour?
Yeah, about a month. Yeah, about a month, and then I go home for a little while, and then head back out with Tony Luca doing. He just came out with a new record that is absolutely brilliant. Tony is a true lifelong artist. He's put out a ton of amazing records, and this, I believe, is his best work to date, and it's just so exciting. He asked if I would come along for the ride and come and play guitar with him and do some of my stuff in the set, but really it's about supporting him in this record, and it's just been an absolute blast. So we'll be out for another month together doing that.
Nice.
So definitely look out for those tour dates. I'll be promoting it on my socials and all that too. And check out that record if you haven't already. It's incredible.
Very, very cool. And also check out some more stages because you'll be doing more of them, I hope.
Definitely. Keep your eyes and ears open for stages because the more the merrier, and you can be anywhere. And it's the kind of thing, the technology is at a place now where you can watch on your phone. So you could be
it's crazy.
You could be in the car driving home from work and stage it in the car, and you plug it into the radio, and that's your radio for the drive home. It's amazing the opportunities that are created with that kind of technology. It's cool stuff.
We're totally living in the world of the Jetsons now.
Oh yeah. Don't even get me started on this because I'm all about Ray Kurzweil Michio Kaku and all these futurists, and I'm a big science nerd at heart.
So all right, so you're going to Virginia. Are you encountering any snow?
Oh, dude, we've been in so much snow. It's crazy because we drove from L.A. and drove to Colorado, so it was snowing crazy, and we were in Boulder for like a storm, and then drove from Colorado to Nashville, so from Denver to Nashville, and that was crazy, like driving through Kansas and Missouri in the snow where you can't even see the lanes on the highway and stuff. But, I've been doing this for a really long time, and I've driven in all different terrains, and everyone's been very sweet and saying, be careful out there, and I very much appreciate all of you guys. Thank you. I love you very much. I'm being very careful, and I'm driving right now, actually.
Look at that.
So, look at that.
Yeah. So
we've
be safe.
We've been all good. Cross fingers, knock wood.
Yeah, because we got 10 inches today here in Philly.
That's crazy. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there in 2 days.
Yeah.
No, dude, we were through so much snow. It was 7 degrees when we pulled into Colorado first, and it was like warmed up as we were driving the other way to like into the 20s and into it's been crazy.
Alrighty. Yeah. Well, you'll get that here in Philly too. So I think it's going down to 10 tonight. So we'll make you feel right at home.
That's great. That's going to be perfect.
Cool. All right. So, I guess this is your cell, so I'll shoot you a text so you have my number, and when you talk to your guy, we'll get it situated, and I hope to see you Saturday night.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to be on the show.
Thank you. And hey, real quick before I let you go, if you can cut a quick ID, because I didn't get one last time. This is Keaton.
All right.
Yeah. Keaton, this is Keaton Simons, and you're listening to Totally Driven Radio.
All right. This is Keaton Simons, and you're listening to Totally Driven Radio.
Awesome.
How was that?
Perfect.
All right, good. Got the bites?
I got it.
Yes, and thank you to everyone out there listening. Hope to see you all very, very soon. Check out all my socials, Facebook /Keaton Simons Music, Twitter @Keaton Simons, Instagram @Keaton Simons, KeatonSimons.com. So Keaton Simons smorgasbord out there online. It's great.
It's a beautiful thing. Google him. He's everywhere.
Yes, Google.
and hit like and follow on everything.
Yes. Do it. If you can do it twice, do it twice.
There you go. All right, Keaton, thanks, man, and I'll be talking to you soon. And, hey, safe travels again.
Thank you so much, brother. Great talking to you. I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody, there he goes, the one and only Mr. Keaton Simons. He's coming out on tour. Check out, he's got all the dates up on his website, KeatonSimons.com. And,